Hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of how to complete your midterm project for Management 11-100. Did I say 11-100? 1100. I've been creating so many videos today, I'm tongue-tied. So back in our midterm project folder in Blackboard, you would see that you already completed part 1, which was in Connect. Part 2 is completing the PowerPoint or Google Slide presentation deck. So you can use either PowerPoint or Google Slide. And this is the part of the project that you're going to summarize and synthesize what you learned about in the case study that you did in part 1 within Connect. So you're going to translate that knowledge into a slide presentation deck. And what I should see will be an introductory slide, which should have your name, job title, and the job title should be Management Consultant. I should see Uber Inc. and then of course the date that you've done the PowerPoint or the Google slide, whichever. Then the next slide should have an agenda or an objectives, right? So just like when you go to my seminar videos, you know that I have, like the most recent seminar video, you'll see there's an agenda slide, right? So there should be an agenda slide or some kind of objectives or overview, right? That explains to the Uber team why they're watching the presentation. You can do that in one slide. Then the next 2 slides should be focused on you. So you're going to tell about you, a brief bio. You're going to be serving as the management consultant. So remember, you're speaking in that vein. Why would you like to serve as the management consultant for Uber? So 2 slides basically dedicated to that. The slide should have a brief amount of information on it. So I don't want to see a slide that has like all this information. Like that's just, this is too much information for one slide. Matter of fact, you can't even put all that on one slide. So make sure that you limit it to a few lines, because slide presentations can be very annoying if they have way too much content on an individual slide. So less is best when it comes to the content on a particular slide. I'd rather you have more slides with less content on each slide than have fewer slides cluttered with content. So after you've done the section about you, then you'll go to a company overview. This is the brief history of Uber. Expect this to be at least 2 slides. And you can get this information where? Guess where? It's in the case study that you did in part 1. You can also go onto Uber's website and you can, summarize the brief history there, or you can just go based on your memory, as long as it's accurate. Then after that, you're going to focus on having 8 to 10 slides that explain the challenges and issues of that Uber has faced. Now, you're only going to cover the information that was presented in the case study that you read in part 1 in Connect. So remember that they showed the 7 challenges, right, that managers face, and they showed you those challenges. So of course, you can provide that information. You can provide the information about the old CEO and the challenges that were under his leadership. And then, of course, what challenges that were up to the last part of the case study that you had. That should be about 8 to 10 slides. If it's more, it's fine. It should definitely not be less than, because even if you covered the 7 challenges that were presented in the case study, that right there, that content is probably about 4 slides, because remember, you're less content on more slides, right? Then after that, I want to see at least 4 to 6 slides where you're going to explain or analyze different solutions that you would present to help Uber with those challenges or issues that you've shared. Okay? And you can use the information from the case study. You could go to your multiple choice responses in the case study. So to help you to make it easier, however you need to, but provide some solutions, because as a management consultant and you're trying to pitch Uber to hire you on as a management consultant or contract with you as a management consultant, you have to be able to know what their challenges are, and you need to be able to say, here are some possible solutions or some angles or some ways in which I see that you could address those issues. If not, they have no need for you. You have to be able to show in the way that you bring value to the table as a manager. Then after you're done with those slides, you'll start to bring things to a close with a conclusion, or what you can call a closing summary. This could be 2 to 3 paragraphs, and that needs to be broken up over 1 to 2 slides. In your conclusion, you can once again suggest that you're the best person to serve as Uber's management consultant. And then what I need to see at the very end is at least 1, if not more, slides that are focused on the references. So that could be the textbook, Uber's website, and at least 1 other source should be reflected. That other source, of course, could be the Connect case study, right? Give credit to the case study, or anything else that you find that's aligned with that. Will need to be on the reference page. And then when you're done with that and you've double checked it, you've made sure it has no spelling, no grammar, no punctuation, no formatting errors, that it has the right color scheme, the right amount. If you've added some pictures or typographics, that it's appropriate. Once that's all done, you'll come into the midterm project folder, and you'll scroll down and you'll click right here on midterm project part 2, and you'll scroll, and if you did a PowerPoint or if you did a Google slide, most likely you save the Google slide as a PDF. If you did a PowerPoint, it's going to be PPT or PPTX. If it's PDF, it's a PDF, right? You then will click to browse your computer, and in doing so, it'll pop up your all the file directories on your computer. You'll attach the file, and then you'll click here to agree to submit your papers to the Global Reference Database. That means the system is going to check, we use Safe Assign, it's going to check to make sure that you have not plagiarized, that you didn't copy someone else's information and try to pretend that you're the original author. Hence why having that reference slide, those reference slides will help save you from that, as far as where I can then see that you've given credit where credit's due. Down here in the comments section, you can type whatever, like here's my midterm project. And then now another thing is this, is that some of you that are used to using Google Slides, you also know that you can, there's a web link to your slide as well, that you can give me the link. If you choose to do that, you can type that there as well. So you have that as an option. Now, once that is done, you'll click Submit, and then when you click Submit, you'll see the green bar that pops up at the top that confirms that it's done. And then I will then direct you into what to do in video 3. So go ahead and we'll end this video, and you'll pick up for video 3 that will then address part 3, which is the final step in the midterm project. Thank you.